Don't ask me dumb questions. Don't ask me dumb questions because I've got the record button, and I'll catch you. I'll catch you
push it.
I'll catch your foibles on the waves. You know? I feel like foibles is an underused word.
It's a good word.
Did I use it right?
Sure.
We're going to have, while the music plays, producers gonna Google foibles. While the music plays, producers gonna Google foibles. Hey guys, welcome to Cold Hands Warm Foibles. Hearts. Foibles, a minor weakness or eccentricity. Foibles, that was a foibles. Foibles, a minor weakness or foibles, a minor weakness or eccentricity in someone's character. Hey guys, welcome to Cold Hands Warm Hearts. I'm Brandon Birdwell. I'm one half of the Cold Hands Warm Hearts foibsling duo.
Third time's a charm.
Dude, no, that was on purpose.
Okay.
Listen, this is immersive. I wanted people to know, to hear what the foibles am,
performance art.
and to hear what a performance art is. Mm-hmm. Foibles.
Hi guys, I'm Ashley Engle. I'm the other half. Welcome to episode 49 of Cold Hands Warm Hearts podcast. We're so glad you joined us today.
I hated that. Who invited Terry Gross?
You foibled the intro. I had to put us back on track.
I have been foibling for 49 episodes. This is not news. This is not foibles hot off the press. Oh.
Hi guys.
A minor weakness or eccentricity in somebody's character. Foibles. Listen, this is all has been foibles. Mm-hmm. We've foibled.
We've been at this for almost a year. I realized that today. We're coming up on our year Annie.
Yeah.
Of this pod.
Yeah. And we've gotten worse. We've gotten no better, for sure. Lateral movement at best.
We've plateaued.
Probably a little. Well, plateau would mean that we went up somewhere at some point. I feel like we've just been a worm burner, just right along the ground since we started. Right out of the gate.
How are you today?
Couldn't be better.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why.
Please.
I have experienced closure. And I'm not talking about emotional closure. Well, I am. Okay. But listen, technological closure.
Oh.
Those of you that have been riding this worm burner rocket from the foible will recall that I have spent most of 2023 in an Apple store or an AT&T hub, and I've been passed around. Just here, take it.
You take it.
I've been every store's hand-me-downs. I'm just a trash person.
It's been a journey.
And I walked in today.
Okay. To where?
And to an AT&T store.
Okay.
If I need a computer, if I need an iPad or a watch, I'm going to the Apple store. That's great. That's what they do, and that's what they do best. But I'll tell you what they have really, really raked me over the coals with is cellular telephones. Oh. So I went to an AT&T store, and henceforth, moving forward from here on out, as God is my witness, I will go to the AT&T store.
I tried to tell you last episode.
And
get it done. Sponsor us, AT&T.
Yes, and Apple. Also,
sponsor us, Apple.
Sponsor us, Apple, on the other stuff. And AT&T sponsor us on the phones.
Listen, we've all got our strengths.
Give us stuff.
Okay.
So,
please.
Listen, nope. No, I won't. Not on this. I won't, please.
Oh, no, I'm saying sponsor us, please. I'm not talking to you.
No, I won't say please for the sponsorship, but I'll tell you who I will deal with solely with AT&T moving forward is a gentleman named Aaron, Aaron. Shout out Aaron. And I'll tell you what he did. He moved mountains. He became an internet sleuth. He Nancy Drew'd me, Hardy Boy'd me right into a new phone.
Oh,
guys,
it's here. I see it.
We did it.
We did it.
Guys, hit me up on the Selly new phone. Who dis Barnton Beefwell.
His new number is
405-1-800-DANGER BOY. Listen, guys, I went in.
I love that you did an area code before the 1-800.
Yeah. That's it, right?
Yeah.
God, you remember those competing commercials, 1-800-CALLATT and 1-800-COLLECT? One was David Arquette and one was Carrot Top, and there were two very distinctive camps, Hatfields and McCoys.
Yeah.
Who's a 1-800-CALLATT guy? And the easy way to dial that is 1-800-CALLATT is right down the middle of the keyboard, but 1-800-COLLECT. Collect calls. It makes sense. One was Carrot Top, one was David Arquette. Equally zany, equally wacky, but different numbers. Listen up, guys.
Wow, that was a whole thing.
Got a new phone today, so I won't be using payphones. I won't be dialing 1-800-CALLATT anymore because I fixed it. Now listen, I sat in the car.
Okay. After or before?
Before.
Okay.
I took a very deep breath. And I said, I'm going to get ready. I'm walking into a buzz of judgment and hatred.
Yeah.
Because they're going to have to dig through
Because you've had so much trauma in
They're
your past.
digging through all my dirty undies. I've got weeks worth of dirty undies on their notes. I'm sure that there's been some.
Have you yelling at them?
I've been unpleasant once.
Okay.
The other times,
Pleasant.
great.
Sure.
Aaron and I are going to go out for a coffee.
Oh.
We're not.
Okay.
But I can call him from my new phone if I want
you
to.
can.
So I sat in the car and I took a very deep breath. And then quite literally, I took my hat off of my head.
Yeah.
And then hat in hand, I walked into the AT&T store. And I said, help me, please.
Help me.
And he did. And guys, you've heard people say that today is the first day of the rest of their lives. Every day, I guess, technically is the first day of the rest of your lives. It's like someone saying,
Your technological
it's like
life.
someone saying, hey, you want to see a picture of me when I was younger? It's like, well, every picture is a picture of you when you were younger.
It's
unless
profound.
you're taking pictures in the future.
Ooh.
Hello. Anyways, let's not bury the lead. Hit me up on the celly.
Got a new one. That looks like, what is that, a 14?
14 Pro.
Oh.
And I'll tell
I
you
see a
what,
lot of lenses on the back of that
I'm
thing.
going to take so many pictures of stuff. Forced perspective. Still life.
Are you going to use that phone to help us take this to the tube?
Yeah, well, we can talk
Take this
about that.
podcast to
We can
YouTube.
talk about that. I mean, this is going to be a very Grady Spencer heavy episode, just by the
Hi,
way.
Grady.
Hey, Gardy. Listen, because we had some very serious conversations around that
Oh, good.
topic specifically.
I need to be brought into the loop. Please. I'm just
but-
out here in the rain like an idiot.
Twisting in the wind, just like a scarecrow.
Bring me in.
But no, I got the Pro because they didn't have the storage capacity in the regular that I wanted. So I was like, oh, I guess so. And I'm not going to look back.
No.
PRO, baby.
Listen, we celebrate with you today.
Thank
this
you.
is a big deal.
Guys.
It's been a long journey to this 14 Pro.
In the meantime, you have upgraded multiple devices with nary an issue. Oh, here
I've
comes
gotten a new computer and a new phone.
here comes Her Holiness. Let's throw some
Do you
tech
know
at her.
why?
Because you're a good person?
Because
they see you coming and they're like, let's help this one out. Oh, who's this? Who's this garbage pail kid coming in here
No,
with his cracked phone like a drunk 16-year-old girl? Yeah. I was going to take it, put it on the TikTok. Shut up. Becky, you stupid cow.
It's because
I didn't drop it. I dropped it in the sink at the bar. Took him my fake ID. He doesn't love me. My phone's cracked. So
stop it right now. Oh my gosh. Listen, I tried to tell you.
get Chipotle. I don't like Kazoos. I'll pay extra for guac. Daddy's card. It's on Daddy's card. I don't care. Guac costs. My phone's cracked. Meanwhile, they've got a cracked phone and they're walking around just bruised, the feet carrying their heels, Band-Aids flapping off their heels as they walk home from the bar that they got in with a fake ID. Meanwhile, their cracked, destroyed, decimated phone has like jewels hanging off of it and pop sockets. Die!
I'm crying right now.
I need a new phone. It doesn't work with the ring light. I tried to learn the new TikTok dance and the ring light. Angles. Shadows.
Oh my God.
Anyways, so why did they help you with your phone?
Because I went to AT&T. I tried to tell you this episodes ago. I said, you're going to the wrong place.
It's true.
But did you listen to me?
No, because I'm inconsolable. I want some girl. What? On Taco Bell. want taco. Take me through, guys. On quesadilla and juice those tacos in a Baja Blast. Oh, Mondu Baja Blast.
Okay. Okay.
You shut up, Uberman. Uberman, I'm a 5-star customer. I'm a 5-star customer. I've only barfed into 7 Ubers, and you can go right back to where you came from.
I'm so sorry.
It's my new character, drunk 16-year-old girl with a cracked phone. And scene.
She's really good.
Shockingly accurate.
We're both
Do
great.
you know who dad is? You know who my dad is? I'm gonna go get a tattoo. I don't care what he says. I'll get a tattoo right there by where my butt is. Right above it, they call it tramp stamp, but I'm not a tramp. I'm classy. My phone's cracked.
Okay. My gosh, I cannot with this. Okay.
It's Madison. My name is Madison, and your name is Mud.
Speaking of mud,
Go ahead.
springtime is the worst time to own a pet.
Oh my gosh. We've got a gopher problem in the backyard, and a large chunk of our yard is mud.
Gopher
And so I think
problem.
gopher problem. That's what I say when people call me. Gopher problem. You've got him. Talk at me. No, yeah, it's bad. They track it
I've
all.
had a gopher problem for years.
Yeah, because we hired a gopher problem
Wrangler.
removal company. They're called, I'm not going to say their name because I'm about to say bad stuff about them.
Don't say it.
And
Don't
now I'm
disparage.
not going to say bad stuff about gophers. I'm going to say bad stuff about the people.
Yeah, those should be gone by now.
They got a gopher,
They got a gopher.
but I'm pretty sure they came with a dead gopher and slipped it into their own trap and pretend, this gopher's a prank gopher. He's like a little decoy. His
little
name's Alakazam. And we just-
Taxidermied
Yeah.
gopher.
Right. He had a monocle. He had a monocle and a top hat. I don't know why I didn't realize it at the time. We're not.
Should have been your first clue.
We're not hosting a gopher cotillion in the backyard. He's not a gentleman suitor sitting in the foyer waiting on his lady love gopher. Mm-hmm. He's dead, but he was. I'm convinced they planted a gopher there because they're
so it creates a whole bunch of mud and Leo tracks it in.
Yeah,
and
and
you
the-
guys just got new carpet.
And the gophers keep. Yeah, well, I'll tell you something that we do, and I'm not proud of it because it makes us simps. But meanwhile, the gophers are still out there.
Just laughing,
Dude,
Yucking it up.
they've been here long enough. I'm pretty sure the gophers have squatters' rights. I'm pretty sure we cannot legally remove the gophers from the premises. Don't tell the gopher police. Listen, what we do, and this makes us dumb. I
Okay.
hate us for this.
Okay.
I hate me.
Do you
want
to put this on the internet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because
I hate me for this. Let's go.
I hate me for this. Let's talk about it on the internet. The Brandon Birdwell story.
Yes.
Oh, man. Anyways, just floating in a lazy river of self-loathing is all I've got going. Man, I love a lazy river.
Oh, so it's the best.
It keeps the pee moving.
Oh.
At least, right? It's not tepid, stagnant wee-wee. You're at least, if I'm at least floating in it, I know that it's just like brushing. It's just getting to know me, right? It's like we ran into each other at a bar. It's like, hey, I'm P. I'm like, I'm Brandon. It's like, maybe we'll hook back up later and have a chat. But it's like when you're sitting in like the kiddie pool, you have gotten a timeshare with the P. You guys are besties. So listen.
So what do you do with your dog? This episode.
I'm loving it so far. Listen, this phone thing has got me feeling good.
You're on one today.
Listen, foibles. So speaking of foibles, what happens is there's mud in the yard. Cannot keep the dog from tracking around in the mud.
Can't.
He also goes and digs in the gopher hole.
Oh, I love that.
Do you love that for me?
Still, it's a
Do you love
delight.
that journey for me?
I love that journey.
So not only does he dig his paws in it, he dips his gross squid lips in it,
Yeah.
and just like is carrying it around. It's just
Snout.
like mud mouth.
Mud snout.
Yeah. So his new name is Mud Snout.
I know it well. We got that going on too.
Come here, dirt mouth. But he comes to the door and he's learned now. He walks to the door. He sits down.
Yeah.
And there's a towel that we then clean off his paws.
Yeah.
Like we're his personal paw valets.
Yes.
And this is why we're garbage people. We don't wash the towel because we're just going to reuse it again.
Yeah.
So we just have a mud towel hanging on the doorknob in the kitchen.
Sure.
Mere feet away from where I prepare my meals.
I just washed my mud towel this morning.
So you have one too?
Have a mud towel on the back porch. Hey,
See, this is why.
I wanna
This
give
is
you
why I
permission.
said it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
This is why I said it is because on the off chance that I could get some validation here.
Yeah.
I feel great now.
I'm
I feel
getting
even
it.
better. New phone, mud towel's fine.
Yeah. You can, listen, I gave you permission. Okay.
Thank you, Your Holiness. I appreciate that. Go in peace. Peace
Go
be
in
with
peace.
you and also with you.
And with your mud towel.
Go in peace with your mud towel. Ding! Dang it.
That would have been the perfect place. Okay.
That's too far away from the microphone. But guys, imagine.
Yeah.
Smell it. Smell the incense. It
So-
smells like it in here.
It really does. I walked in here and it was real smoky. So I want to say this about our new dog, Ellie. I told you guys about her last week.
So we're sending her back.
No.
We're done.
We're done. No, she's precious, but we have learned this one thing about Miss Ellie. She will not go outside to do her business in the rain. She won't do it.
Leo's the same.
She's not going to do it.
He's the same.
So she'll come right back in and then do it in the house, which isn't great. But also the mud. It's killing me. It's
a lot of
killing me.
mud.
And do you know why we have mud in our backyard right now? Have you heard the news?
It's not Gophers, is it? Oh, you're putting in the hot tub.
We got a hot tub.
Yeah, you did.
We got
Jeff
a hot tub.
pulled
a
the trigger.
bullfrog.
No, what's gonna be amazing is every morning when you guys walk out in your backyard
Yes.
and you just see me out there soaking bones.
With your coffee.
My morning coffee and just checking the stalks. Checking on the stonks.
Morning.
Morning. The Dow's up. Dow's up today. Water's fine. Come on in.
And then you and Jeff just dude soup.
Just dude souping. Dude souping on a Wednesday. Who's ready? Who's ready to take on hump day? Me, because I just soaked. I'm pruny. I'm pruny, but I'm ready.
Let's go.
Let's get it.
Well, so Jeff, unbeknownst to me one day.
Again, guys, listen.
What?
Can I tell you something that could not be more of a just a personification, just an example of who we are in the world, our lives, how we live and move through the world. Okay, you're getting mud tracked into your house because you're getting a hot tub. I have a gopher infestation, and that's why I have mud. Now your mud sounds a little better than my mud. No, a little better than my mud. Like a little,
Which is why
like
you-
a little other side of the tracks mud.
Stop
like,
it.
Like a little high society moving on up mud. Here I am.
Make it up to you.
Yeah.
You have full access
You
to
don't
the
want
bullfrog.
it. Don't say it. Don't say it.
Don't grant me full access.
Don't do it. And if you do, you better have one of those chemicals that turns red when people pee.
Stop it.
Because
right
I'll
now.
go undiscovered.
Kids, do not get in the hot tub with your Uncle Brandon. Do not.
Lazy River's fine though.
Okay.
Because it keeps moving.
It keeps
keep,
moving.
keep it moving.
Well, so several months ago, unbeknownst to me, after a soccer game, Jeff was like, "Hey, Hope, you want to go look at hot tubs?" Because Jeff has been envious of our friend Levi's hot tub for years now. And you and Jeff and Levi have what's it called? Suds
Suds with buds.
And we've talked about this, I think, on the pod before.
Yeah.
And Jeff loves a hot tub, loves one, always has. And he and Hope went looking for one. And then the next thing I know, he's like, "Hey, the hot tub's coming in May."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, I thought this was a hypothetical hot tub. It's not."
Band name. Hypothetical hot tub.
band name.
Golly. I'd show up just for the name.
That's the best band name that we've ever come
I
up with.
really like hypothetical hot tub.
Maybe that's the title of the
I
episode.
sent one I came up with yesterday to my friends. It was turd verdict.
It's the alliteration
Yeah.
that works on that one.
Yeah, you can always tell when one comes out of your mouth. You're like, yeah, it feels right, and that's why hypothetical hot tub feels good. You know what I love
Rolls
about
off the tongue.
What I love about the fact that you guys have a hot tub is that now Suds with Buds can be a moving thing. Like every first Suds with Buds can be at Levi's house, every second can be at y'all's house, and then we can have Gophers with Brophers at my house. We can just feed the varmints that live on my land. We can just feed the pests. And so, at your house, we'll sit and drink fine wines and soak our bones in the bubbling tub. We'll sit, we'll submerge in the bullfrog, and we'll solve the world's problems. At Levi's, we'll go over, we'll have fine single malt Scotch whiskeys. We'll talk about all the things that are going on, smoke cigars. We'll come over to my house and we'll just sit here strapped up with BB guns, waiting on gophers to pop their heads out of their hole.
Then you'll wipe your feet off on the mud towel.
Yeah, well, you simply must. Because gopher mud in the house is far worse than hot tub mud in the house.
Gophers with Brophers.
Welcome to the first annual Gophers with Brophers. The literal trashiest event that's ever been conceived. The biggest foible that anyone's ever come up with.
Oh my gosh. Well, the bullfrog doesn't have any water in it yet because we still have to get the electrical all squared away. But I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Now we are heading into summer. We're heading into summer.
Not hot tub season.
Not a hot tub season. But we had a hot tub growing up.
We did.
On our deck, and we would swim in it in the summer, no heat.
Yeah, but we were children and didn't know anything.
We were, but I'm saying I think I see our children doing doing that too.
Yeah.
The bullfrog is big.
Well,
It is much larger than I thought it was going to be.
Well,
when I looked outside, I was like, okay, well,
listen.
there goes about a quarter of the yard. It's a big hot tub. But I'll tell you what, I am looking forward to it. We angled it in such a way that you might be able to see a little bit of the TV that Jeff put on the porch a while back.
nice.
Maybe a hot tub drive-in movie.
That's awesome. I've got a
Situation.
gopher problem.
Stop.
So, so anyways, just
Stop it. Gophers with Brophers. Okay.
could you do me a favor and just like take a picture of it so I could sit in the backyard and the gophers and I can just look at the bullfrog?
You have full access to the bullfrog. Come over.
All right, that's honestly very kind of you. And
Yes.
in turn, you have full access to the gophers. Should you
That's what I
you
was
want to
hoping
come out?
for.
So listen, you drive a hard bargain. Hot tub access for gopher petting zoo.
I accept.
Okay, done.
Done. My word is my bond. What you been up to this week or weekend after all that?
Got a new phone.
Yeah.
Got
big
some new
time.
gophers.
Yes.
Had a fun weekend.
you
It's
did.
been a very eventful at my house. First and foremost, because Benjamin got the new Zelda game that he's been looking forward to for a very long time.
He has been.
He has not stopped talking about it for months,
Mm-hmm.
and once he got it, he stopped talking entirely. Yeah, he's just playing it,
And he
it's
loves it.
and it's great. He's having a great time with it. He loves it. But on my front,
Yeah.
what?
Okay. Rephrase.
On my front, anyways, foibles. So I played some more live music this weekend with our dear friend of the pod and potentially video consultant, field producer, Grady Spencer of the impeccable, incomparable Grady Spencer in the Work. They came to Oklahoma City and we played a show at Beer City Music Hall, and a lot of pod listeners came out and hung out. And listen, it was a blast. Got to hang out with all of them, see them all. Got to do some dancing with Zeke.
Oh, hi, Zeke.
Zeke was vibing when Grady was playing.
Yeah.
He was putting those moves out.
Yeah.
But no, it was super fun. Great. And honestly, this was the first time Grady and I always like send messages and laugh and joke. And like whenever we play together, we'll sit and have a chat or whatever. But I feel like we got more time to kind of sit and chat and bro down a little bit.
Brophers with Gophers.
We brofered with Gophered and we did it hard.
Oh.
No, he's great. And had a great time. And it was fun. So that was kind of my deal.
That. And
Yeah.
you played with your bros, the Warm Hearts.
The Warm Hearts, as named by Grady Spencer, and it's kind of become official. That's
Yeah.
kind of what we're called now.
I love it.
So there's that. I will touch on something about what he said about the video here in a second.
Okay.
Because take it to the toe.
I need to know.
But also, you guys, I have a new song coming out on Friday.
Yes.
And you will notice when you listen to it that the intro drum loop is intentionally the intro drum loop that we use on the podcast. They're the same. It's called synergy, guys. Cross promotion. So that way, the dozen of you that listen to this can meet up with the dozen of you that listen to my music,
And we'll have 24.
We can have 24 people. No, so that's that. But anyways, yes, Grady challenged me to a dad joke off.
Okay.
Now the jury's still out on who won.
Who's the judge? Who's judging?
The internet.
Oh.
Maybe.
Okay.
But what we did was he set up 2 cameras and shot it in that awesome way that all his video footage looks. He always gets really good shots.
Yeah, he does.
And we had a dad joke off, and he's going to post it on his socials, and we'll need to repost it.
Yeah.
But he was talking me through what we would need to do
For the YouTube.
to do YouTube. And he had a lot of really good insight, and he is very cool and open to be our consultant and help us do that.
We need it.
So I'm just saying, progress, one step at a time.
Help
Help us. We've got gophers.
We've got gophers, and we don't know how to do video.
You don't have gophers. Don't.
I got a bullfrog.
You got a bullfrog. You have a luxury item, and I have rabies-infested rats.
Okay, so Jeff and I could not be at your show, which broke my heart because I love coming to hear you play live music. You know I do. But the night of your show, we had a wedding that we were scheduled to go to, and then we were going to try to zip over to the show after. But then Hobie Girl came down with a stomach bug.
Stinks.
And so Jeff went to the wedding, and I stayed with her. Excuse me. So that's why we couldn't be there. But I heard from everyone it was a great show. Well attended.
Yeah.
Crindy and Harry went to your show.
They did.
At Beer City.
Yeah, they
Crindy
did.
and Harry went.
I look at the back. I'm playing a song, and I look to the back, and all I see is Harry holding a funnel up in the air and Cindy shotgunning beers out of it.
That is
Not true.
so untrue.
Not true. It was whiskey. But guys, listen.
As you know, if you listen to... got her. Burn. If you listen to some past episodes, you'll hear how Brandon used to tell people at church that Crindy...
Drank whiskey and didn't love the Lord.
Yeah. But that didn't happen. So Grady actually posted a video of Crindy dancing to your music. And he said Crindy pickling the dance floor for her danger boy.
Yeah, he did. He's Grady. The thing about Grady is he's all in on the pod, and he knows the ins and outs, man.
He does.
Like one of these days, I'm just going to stop showing up, and you're going to look across, and it's going to be Grady.
Yeah.
And
my co-host.
And you know what? The listenership's going to go way up.
Probably so. But he said,
Oh, cool. Thanks. That's awesome. Thanks for agreeing with me
probably
on that.
so. But he said seeing Crindy at the show was like seeing a unicorn in the wild.
It's true.
It's true.
It's true.
I love that they came out to see you, and I'm sad that we didn't get to next time.
Yeah. No, listen. We need to get out and play more. It's fun. We have a good time.
So I did something this weekend. I got a wild hair, and I feel like baking something on Saturday morning.
See, listen, like when people get a wild hair to do something, it's like something wild. Mm-hmm. Like they're going to go do something crazy. Like,
I got a wild hair to bake
you know,
something.
guys, I got a wild hair. I just need to really get out there and bake something. Really just get out there and bake something.
On Saturday morning, I was scrolling through Instagram, and I follow an account called Alexandra Cooks.
Okay.
And it's Alexandra's Kitchen.
And does she cook?
Alexandra Stafford. She made a blueberry lemon Dutch baby.
Okay.
Do you like a Dutch baby?
No, they grow up to be Dutch people.
Okay.
And I don't care. The best.
Ever since
the best Michael Caine line. There are 2 things that I hate in this world: people who are intolerant of other people's cultures,
Michael Caine.
and the Dutch. Was
that Michael Caine?
Yeah, because he plays Austin Powers' dad in Austin Powers.
That's what it was. Okay, I was thinking Mike Myers was the one who said it, but it was Michael Caine. I was about to shame you on the internet.
Yeah, well.
But instead, I was shamed.
On
the internet.
Yeah, good. I'm glad that you were, because frankly, you deserve it. And also, the beauty of being me is that you can't shame me on the internet. And I'll tell you why, because I've already done it.
I've already done it.
So much.
I've made a joke out of it before it makes a joke out of me.
That's it. Inoculation theory, baby.
So I made a Dutch baby. I didn't have any blueberries or lemons. So I made an apple cinnamon Dutch baby.
Oh, you did get a wild hair.
I did.
Apple cinnamon, ACDB.
Guys, it was good. A Dutch baby. It has
ACDB.
a custardy texture, but it's kind of like a pancake, and you do it in a cast iron skillet.
Yeah.
It was delicious, and it was well received by my family.
A cast iron skillet is an underrated kitchen item.
You can do anything in there.
Alton Brown would call it a multitasker.
Yeah.
He doesn't allow unitaskers in his kitchen. If it only does one job,
Get out.
Alton Brown doesn't want it. And I love that about him.
Yeah.
He's peak efficiency.
Yeah.
Sponsor us, Alton Brown.
Sponsor us. So I did that. I preached this weekend. I preached yesterday on, my topic was relational overload. We're doing a series on margin.
Relational overload sounds like a really, like a Christian metal band. Relational overload playing at the fart box this weekend. I don't know. That sounds like a weird punk club name, doesn't it?
Yeah. Why would the Christian metal band be playing?
Because they're reaching out to the community.
Okay.
They're trying to get out with the sinners.
Outreach.
That's what it is.
Okay.
Relational overload, opening for the dweezels. The dweezels at the fart. Relational overload and the dweezels live at the fart box. Oh my gosh. Get in the mosh pit. I'm not going to pretend like we didn't pause it right there so that you could have a gross coughing fit that I should have got on here, guys. Because here's the
I fully
thing.
expected to look up and see the numbers scrolling through.
At the end of the year, when we inevitably do not win an award for this podcast, it's going to be because I didn't keep it real right there.
Because I made you push pause.
Someone on the committee is going to be like, man, we really like what they do, but they cut away during that coughing fit.
Yeah.
And that was the window into what's really going on.
They should have kept it real.
Blew it, guys.
So it was Mother's Day yesterday.
It was.
And I had a delightful day. I preached, which I find that I usually preach on Mother's Day. I don't know, last 4 or 5 years I've done that. But my family got me a Fitbit.
Sure.
For Mother's Day.
Did you ask for it or was...
I did.
Okay.
Oh, thank goodness.
Because that's one of those things that it's like you hear horror stories about like a husband buying his wife a Fitbit and she's
or like a membership to
Right.
like a local gym.
What?
Because you like Zumba.
Just what is this supposed to mean, Jeff? You got me a Crunch Fitness membership and a vacuum cleaner. Yes, you got me a sewing kit and a recipe book.
And a cast iron skillet.
You got me a brown paper bag to put over my head.
and a gift certificate to a plastic surgeon. No.
Happy Mother's Day.
We love you, Mom.
We love you just as you will be. Happy Mother's Day, Mom. Here's a gym membership. We love you just as you're gonna be. The past is the past, right? Today's the first day of the rest of our lives. That's what they say. That's what they say. Here's a picture of you when you were younger, but think ahead. Think bigger. Well, not bigger. Think
leaner, toner.
Just like let's think about like next Mother's Day, what that's going to be like. Happy Mother's Day, Mom. We love the future you just a little bit more. Maybe if the present you takes the hint.
Sponsor us, Hallmark.
Anyway.
Just a line of Hallmark.
Anyway,
cards
here's a
designed.
Happy Mother's Day. Here's a Peloton and some snack wells.
Totally. So I asked for a Fitbit actually, but what's hilarious is I listen. Guys, I like a little true crime in my life now and then. And I was listening to a true crime podcast one time, and the kids got in the car and caught the tail end of it. Or I left and they turned up the music and it was playing or something. And they heard that this woman's murder was solved by her Fitbit.
Ah.
She was murdered by her husband. Sorry, kids.
Because she wasn't taking his... I gave you a Fitbit.
It hasn't made a difference.
It hasn't changed anything. Here, honey, eat these snack wells. Honey, listen, here's the thing. I got you something and you're going to love it. I got you something and you're going to love it. I know that you said that you wanted a vacation.
Yeah.
I know that you said that you want to go out to a nice dinner. I know that you said that you wanted a Louis Vuitton bag. But here's a Fitbit and it's a Ozempic. Do you want it? Can you believe it? Can you believe it?
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day. This year's Mother's Day brought to you by Ozempic. Joint sponsorship with Fitbit and Ozempic.
Sponsor us.
Silver level sponsor, Peloton. Bronze level sponsor,
Snackwells.
Snackwells and Crunch Fitness. Hoggy Morgers Day.
Listen, I need the listeners to know that I asked for a Fitbit. But anyway, so the kids caught the tail end of
Happy
this.
Mother's Day. I got you some new pants. Oh, what? They're 2 sizes smaller than what you've got? Well, instead of taking them back, maybe we should just try the Ozempic. Horgy Morgers Day. We love
The future.
we love you in the future.
My God.
We love you come Father's Day.
That's not enough time
No, it's not.
to lose 2 pant sizes.
I don't know, man. Have you seen how quick Ozempic works?
No. Okay, let me finish. So Asher was in the car and he overheard this podcast. And I was like, yeah, guys, sorry you heard that. Asher goes, hey, Mom, we should get you a Fitbit. It'll solve all your problems. You're trying to start working out again. It'll buzz at you when you're not.
Yeah.
It'll keep track of your steps and it'll solve your murder if Dad kills you.
That's it. And honestly,
It'll solve all your problems.
that's the most
Mom.
Asher thing ever. It's
really is.
very pragmatic.
It is.
It's like, listen, I don't.
And he barely chuckled.
Odds are you won't get murdered.
Odds
by
are.
Dad. Odds are.
Jeff's great.
Odds are even-tempered, sweet dad isn't gonna get a wild hair and murder
in
you.
my life.
Probably not. Odds are dad's not gonna drown you in the bullfrog when you least expect it.
No.
And then feed your remains to the Gophers over at my house. But in the event
Okay.
that he gets a wild hair,
Sure.
get a Fitbit.
He'll bake a Dutch baby.
I like to listen to true
I got a
crime
wild
while
hair.
I make a Dutch baby.
That's how Jeff gets a wild hair. When I get a wild hair, I bake a Dutch baby.
When I get a wild hair, I bake a Dutch baby. When I get a wild hair, I kill my wife. Wow.
Anyway, I'm excited about my Fitbit. I'm learning how to read it. I'm not an Apple Watch person because I don't need people to have that kind of access to
I
me.
used to have one, and I'll tell you this.
Did it make you crazy? Did it upset your mind platter?
It was, yes, it did.
Okay.
It was too much. And it was at a time in my life when I had a lot of inbound messages all the time. And all it did was just like amplify that and it made something that otherwise would feel manageable feel unmanageable because it was constant. You're right. It feels like constant access. And to me, it just wasn't worth it.
I don't like that.
No.
And so that's why I determined the Fitbit's better because I don't want that.
Well, and an Apple Watch is amazing. And I'm sure that
sure.
there's a,
Apple.
please, but not for phones.
Oh.
But I feel like there's probably a way to modify the settings. Actually, I know there is because I told dear friend Aaron Bonnet, who works at Apple, and he's my first call anytime something's wrong with an Apple, and he always fixes it immediately. It's wild. He's like a wizard.
Of course he does.
But I told him like my reason for getting rid of the Apple Watch, and he looked at me like I was an absolute fool and was like, just change the settings so it doesn't do that. I was like, yeah, but you don't understand. And that was the end of the conversation. He walked away from me and thought, peasant.
Yeah.
Idiot.
He did not.
He probably did, but it's okay. He didn't say it out loud.
Yeah.
And you can think whatever you want about me as long as you don't say it to my face.
Sure. I think most people would
Think I'm an idiot.
feel the same. No.
Oh,
So, yeah, so yesterday Mother's Day, and we went to dinner last night, which was lovely. And then I took some flowers over to Crindy, and she said you had just left.
yeah. No, I heard you were coming,
So
so
high five.
I buzzed right out of there.
Psh. Well, I was about to say, well done.
No,
on being a son.
I went over there and she said, as an additional Mother's Day present, I want you to sit down and play Octordle with me.
Oh, yeah.
And so we played Octordle. And can I tell you something?
What?
I hate Octordle.
I don't even know what that is.
It's
I know
Wordle
it's a
times 8.
Ew.
It's too many words.
I don't like Wordle at all.
But yeah, and you'd hate this 8 times.
I don't like singular Wordle.
I looked at it and it gave me so much anxiety. I was like, I started
More than an Apple phone?
I started sweating.
iWatch?
I started
Apple
sweating.
Watch?
More than an Apple phone watch?
An iWatch?
An Octwatchel?
I was going to get there.
iWatch. Brought to you by Arple.
It's sad. Anyway, Octarable.
I found my iWatch on the Facebook. It was on the Facebook Marketplace, and I went to the Google, and I found, you know what? I went to the Spotify, and you know who I love? The Coldplays.
I do too.
Their sensitive brand of rock and roll music
They're great.
really gets me in the heart. The Coldplays. Mom used to call them the cold plays.
I love it. Jeff and I were talking about that the other day. Remember when Crindy and Harry got us Coldplay tickets for Christmas that year?
Yeah.
Jeff and I were talking about how that may have been the best concert we've ever attended.
It's a good concert.
It's a great concert.
It's a great concert.
I do remember that Chris Martin's fly was down the whole time.
No, really?
It was down the whole time.
Bold play, cold play.
Down the whole time.
Excuse me, Chris.
Hey, you want to close the barn door?
Do it.
Is that what we say? Close the barn door?
That's what you...
The white horses are coming out.
That's what you just...
What did they say?
What? The other day, Levi and I were in a meeting, in a showing, and one client said to the other client, they clearly were very familiar. One of them's fly was down, and neither of us wanted to say something to him because we don't know him like that.
No, we don't.
And one guy just walked up, and the first thing he said is he shook his partner's hand and goes, "You're selling hot dogs again." First thing he said. This is my favorite. Didn't say hello. Didn't say how you been. How's the family? Classic.
You're just taking a sip of your coffee.
Yeah.
Anyway, we got 5 more days of school left.
Yep.
5 more days.
That's it.
We're winding it down.
Winding it down.
Winding it down. We've got all the things. This week we have field trips, ceremonies, concerts, 5th grade graduation. We have the egg drop. Does your school do an egg drop?
I don't go to school.
Benny's school?
Oh, I don't know.
Where you have to build some kind of a contraption and they throw it and put an egg in
And you
it,
try to see if it supports the egg.
throw it off the roof of the school.
I don't know. I'll ask.
Well, Hope and Asher are both doing this. Jeff is beside himself. He is working on a parachute prototype. He was working on it this morning.
Yeah, he was.
Trash bags,
Sure.
twine,
Yeah.
masking tape.
That's it. The holy trinity of egg drop materials.
Because you got to get that drag.
Dude,
Not only do you have to protect the egg with like bubble wrap or whatever. Oops, I'm giving out our secrets. But
when is the egg drop? When is the egg drop?
Wednesday.
So this airs the day of. It'll be too late for them to steal your secrets.
Okay.
You're good.
Okay. So, yeah. So Jeff is he's looking forward to having.
What time is the egg drop?
1:30 p.m.
On Wednesday.
on Wednesday.
Okay, so if you see a guy in like a Hamburglar style mask running around and stealing all the eggs that don't break,
Yeah.
it's this
you.
guy. It's this
It's
guy.
me.
Just buzzing through.
And that's how I'm stocking my fridge.
These eggs are my eggs.
Oh,
Egg burglar. Dude.
yeah.
I just hate honestly, frankly, it's an irresponsible,
Wasteful
use of eggs.
Asher's did not break last year. This is Hope's first year doing it, but Asher built a good one last year. Didn't break. Threw it right off the roof. Didn't break.
Listen.
So I'll let you guys know how that goes next week. But Jeff is really excited. They set aside tonight to sit down, and he was going to teach him some physics,
Cool.
some principles.
Is there any way that I could not be there for that?
Come over and sit in our empty hot tub and learn about physics tonight.
Say it louder. I'm over here in the empty hot tub. I can't hear.
Anyway, we're super excited about that. We have finals. We have a graduation party. Spring football is starting. Harrison's first official high school football practice is tonight.
Wow.
That's happening.
He's going to miss all the physics.
I know. I'm going to have a high schooler, and that's not okay.
Why? Because it makes you question your own mortality in a way that you haven't before.
Sure does. I feel like we're so ready for summer, maybe more ready for summer than we've ever been, because essentially I have 2 seniors. I have a 5th grader who's moving up to middle, and I have an 8th grader who's moving up to high. So both of these boys have senioritis big time.
But neither of them are actual seniors.
I know, but they're acting like seniors. They're ready for their next adventure. And so I just feel like more than ever we're ready. How's Benny feeling about summer? Is he ready?
He's super excited. He loves summer.
Okay.
He loves it. He in previous years, he's always like, he likes school. He enjoys it. And so sometimes he would always be like not as stoked on summer just because he likes to
like
go
school.
to school.
Yeah. School's his
but
jam.
I think this year he's getting revved up about it.
Yeah. Well, he's going to be a senior next year in elementary.
Yeah.
An elementary
Yes,
senior.
he is. I hate that. One thing that I do hate is that that'll be the last year that he's at the school that backs right up to our neighborhood, so I can literally just walk him to the gate.
Yeah.
So convenient.
Yep.
And now I'm going to have to get in a car
Guess
like
what?
some kind of idiot.
I'm going to be at 3 schools next year. taking kids to 3 schools because I won't have a driver yet.
Well, this is one of those things where I say,
Here we go.
we all make decisions.
Here we go.
And some of us decide to just have the one. And when we have the one, say, you're good enough, pal.
Wow.
We don't need to keep trying because we nailed it. You're it. You're it. You're the whole ball of wax. We're not gonna keep throwing mud at the wall to see what sticks, bud.
Sure.
All of our hopes and dreams are on you.
Oh, gosh.
You better make money because
That took a dark turn.
I'm gonna need someone to set me up later.
That took a dark turn.
No, but you have too many children.
Okay. How is your algorithm?
My algorithm is great. I love that here in the agenda, you've got Dang It's Wayne in there because I can't get enough of his videos.
He's so enthusiastic.
And he has the catchphrase. He refers to anything that has like potatoes in it as having a beautiful potatoy essence, which I think is hilarious. He loves to use the adjective pillowy to refer to the inside of French fries.
Sure.
He loves Cajun seasonings. I just love it. I want to go try all of the places that he reviews. I love Dang It's Wayne.
Sponsor us, Dang It's Wayne.
Producer has been watching Dang It's Wayne.
Has he?
A lot. He's
like him too?
he's into it.
I like Wayne.
He's great. I have had some new stuff pop in there. There's a show called I Think You Should Leave.
Okay.
That's really funny. A lot of it's inappropriate, but a lot of
Don't watch it, kids.
a lot of little shorts pop into my feed from it, and they're really funny. And then there's another one that's been in there for a while that just popped up and got ramped up. It's called There I Ruined It, and it's a guy who takes songs and then like manipulates them in his recording software and like just changes them, and like he literally ruins songs for you. And then at the end of the video, it always just says, "There, I ruined it."
I like that.
It's great. I love There I Ruined It. So those are my algorithm things right now. What about you?
I like that. Well, I have a gal named Peaches. Her handle is Peaches and Diesel.
Which is the best R&B duo.
Peaches and Diesel. So I've seen her around a little bit, but Crindy really likes her, and I have some friends who send me her things. Her thing is she recreates high fashion looks, like weird ones
Oh, I've seen.
from runways.
Yeah, I think I know who this person is.
And then she'll recreate them on her home sewing machine and try to. But another thing she does is she keeps a Dateline binder in case she's murdered.
Sure.
Keeping with our theme.
Yeah, well, you can't ever be too prepared.
You can't.
For your own murder.
That's
you can't ever be too prepared for your own murder.
Can't. You're going to help him solve it from the outset. So,
I'll tell you who I want trying to solve my murder whenever I get murdered.
bit.
Is Aaron from the AT&T store. He did the impossible today.
Okay. Maybe
Pretty
he needs to go into detective work
Yeah. Anyway,
if
go
he's
ahead.
looking for a new career. But Peaches and Diesel has her Dateline binder, and the latest one I saw, she was interviewing her friends, like making her friends do interviews, and she was directing them like, here's what you will say
Sure.
to Keith Morrison
Okay.
in the event of my murder.
Yeah.
She's great.
This is very prepared.
That's very prepared and very funny. Because you know what they say about everybody on Dateline?
What?
She had a smile who could light up a room.
They do say that.
And if someone says that about you,
You're going to get murdered.
you're getting murdered.
You better hope your smile doesn't light up a room.
You better hope your smile
I'm in
is
the corner
trash.
just a dullard. Like I keep my
dullard.
I keep my COVID mask on. They
Don't
always
let
say
you see these pearly whites.
they always say that they had a smile that could light up a room. They always say they were so full of life.
so full of life.
They always say it.
Yeah. And she would do anything for anybody.
Yeah.
She loved
Always.
everybody.
What I want to watch is the episode of Dateline where they're like talking about the murder victim. They're like, yeah, he was really a piece of crap.
Never smiled.
We hated him.
His smile darkened the room,
He farted a lot. He smelled.
and he wouldn't do anything for anybody.
And honestly, I don't think he was worth killing. But he's dead now.
Wow.
Just cops, move on.
Wow.
Move on. Let's let this case go cold, and let's go solve the one for the lady whose smile could light up a room.
Yeah.
Because that's good TV.
It's good TV right there. Anyway, Peaches and Diesel. I've also ended up in the youth ballroom dancing algorithm,
That's what?
specifically the jive.
Okay.
I don't know how.
I
I don't know. These little children who look like adults jiving
Jiving it up.
jiving it up. Also, lots of Taylor Swift era tour in my algorithm.
Yeah. I mean, listen.
Don't know why. I'll
Good.
tell you what, though, she's exquisite. Those costumes, come on,
Yeah.
exquisite. I'm thinking about growing my bangs out, guys, but then I see Taylor and I'm like, maybe I should keep them.
Does she have bangs?
Yeah, she does. Great ones.
Listen,
They're banging.
I don't have a lot of Taylor Swift eras in my thing, which reminds me, I still need to review that Taylor
That's what I was
Swift
going to say. I
record
was
for
going to
Mia.
ask you about that. Hey, Mia.
Hey, Mia.
Mia just finished her freshman year.
Listen,
She's crushing it.
accomplishments.
I know. Hi, Mia. So we don't have a detailed Crindy reviews this week, but she did review your show to me via text.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So this is what Crindy
Don't
says.
tell Brandon.
But
Show was trash. More later.
Stop it. She said,
More later. Need to shotgun this Jack Daniels.
Crindy
out.
does not drink whiskey and has never had whiskey. Crindy says, he and the Warm Hearts were wonderful, and Grady Spencer was adorable. I didn't meet the work boys, but if they're with Grady, they're adorable too.
Grady Spencer and the Work Boys.
So she said.
I love it.
So she loved the show. I was so glad that she got to go.
She was excited to meet him, and I'm pretty sure he met her and she introduced herself as Cindy, and he corrected her that she was in fact Crindy, which could not make me happier.
Yeah.
So good.
It's because of you.
One thing that happened at the show that made me very happy is I always it's literally the bane of my band's existence, but I always put on the song All the Way Up. Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. And I always play it on my phone and like make eye contact with them before we go on stage.
Yeah.
Because it gets me going.
Yeah.
And the front of house lady asked me if we wanted to walk on stage to any song. I said, will you play All the Way Up through the house speakers when we walk on stage? And they did it.
Oh.
I can die now.
Yeah.
I can die now.
Yeah. I bet your energy was real high for that one.
Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up.
What you been watching, reading, or listening to, B?
So I got a wild hair.
Did you
I
make
did,
a Dutch baby?
to make a Dutch baby and watch the Hunger Games. And I tried to get Ben to do it.
Yeah.
And
it's too.
well, he started it.
Okay.
And then he was like, I don't really want to watch it. And then
Because the children are killing each other.
out of spite and in protest, I have watched all but the last half of the last one, and I'm going to finish it today.
You should have waited for Asher. Because since we've recorded, he's read the whole series in 1 week's time. Plowed right through it.
Well, I can't read, but
Stop.
I'm by myself. I've literally just watched them alone. Just a 40-year-old man eating a Dutch baby and watching the Hunger Games.
They're great.
I'm enjoying it. It's great. I'll tell you what, that Katniss Everdeen, she takes no prisoners. She takes no prisoners.
She's
Quite the archer. And blew up a hover plane with one of the blowy uppy ones.
Yeah.
Don't shoot the red ones inside. Kaboom.
Watch this.
Anyways, so did that, and then I also we've been watching some Queer Eye.
Yeah.
Crying. I can't watch an episode and not cry.
Neither can I.
Big baby man baby. I literally cry every single time.
I do too.
Can't help it.
They are dear humans.
I love it. I love like literally I'll start the episode and some of them right out of the gate it's like well I'm gonna cry, but some of them like I
Get
think
the Kleenex.
I'm like I might be able to
Get the mud towel.
some of them I might be able to get the mud towel. Daddy's crying again. Get the mud towel. Daddy's watching Queer Eye and crying again. But some of them I'll start and it's like I know I can get through it.
Yeah.
But even the ones like that, they'll get me in the end.
Creeps
Get
up
me.
on you.
And then listening to another shout out, Grady released a live version of their song "Feelin' Fine" live from Tannehill's Tavern.
We were there.
off of their upcoming live record that they're putting out. So been listening to that. Shout out Grady on
Nice.
that. Anyway, so what about you?
You can hear Jeff in the background of that going, I love you, Grady.
Working harder, hardly working.
Except he said twerking.
Twerking. Grady Spencer and the twerk.
So we started watching Air on Netflix. Ben Affleck directed this. And it's about the partnership
Very
between
interesting.
Michael Jordan, who was undiscovered pretty much, and Nike. And we haven't finished it yet. We started it, fell asleep, but it's great so far. Matt Damon, Jason Bateman. It's really good. I'm excited to revisit. It's on Netflix.
What a great story, like a concept for a story.
Totally.
And it's like, from what I understand, they don't really feature like Michael Jordan. It's like the story behind
the scenes. Yep.
So interesting.
Yeah. Nike. What was going on at Nike?
Great. Haven't seen it. Really, really, really want to.
Yeah, it's good. It's worth a watch.
I've just been so busy with the Hunger Games.
Yeah. Sure. We finished Jury Duty. Loved the last episode.
Great.
That guy's such a good sport.
He came away smelling like a rose,
He
man.
did.
You could not have asked like
He was
to
perfection.
look better. Total sweetheart. And like didn't come across as fake or disingenuous, like just a real sweet guy.
I want to hang out with him.
Same.
Super nice guy.
I want to be on a jury with him. You know who I don't want to be a jury with is that version of James Marsden. The real version of James Marsden?
Yes,
for
please.
sure.
You know, an actor's great when they will
Play a trash version of themselves. It's the best.
It's the best.
When someone doesn't take themselves seriously,
Yeah.
It's my favorite. It immediately raises their stock with me.
Agree. That was a good career move.
Huge.
For James Marsden.
Love it.
Yeah. We watched Yes Day for Mother's Day with Jennifer Garner. It was actually darling. If you're looking for a cute family movie, it's on Netflix.
I'm not.
It was darling.
I need another movie where a bunch
We
of
all
kids get
loved
put
it.
into an arena and fight each other to the death.
Sure. So listening to Dateline, I'm back on my true crime, and reading just sermon prep stuff. So nothing really exciting. Relational overload.
Relational overload. Playing with the dweezels at the fart box.
What's your
Bring a Pepsi can and get in for half price.
You sound like
Costume contest.
Rex Kwando.
Bow to your sensei.
You do.
You want to catch a roundhouse kick to the face when I'm wearing these bad boys? I go home to Starla every night.
It's really good. Halloween costume. Rex.
Bow to your sensei. Live from the fart box.
What's your warm heart?
I will say that my warm heart was Crindy and Harry coming out to the show the other night. It was great. They don't have to come out to everyone, but they came out to a full band when it was fun. And they seemed to have a good time.
Yeah.
It was great.
I'm so glad.
Yeah.
I wish we could have been there. Mine was dinner and movie night with my fam for Mother's Day. Just really sweet. Really.
Mine was skipping Brandon's show.
Okay.
Because I've had it.
I've had it.
Write some new songs.
Stop.
Heard these.
Whatever. I'm the obnoxious one in the back filming every minute of every song.
That's my brother.
That's him. I'm so proud.
Daddy, my phone's cracked. I can't call anybody. I was at the train station. First thing, and I dropped it in the toilet. It's the waterlogged. Anyway, thanks guys for listening to Cold Hands, Warm Hearts.
It just kicked on.
You want to tell you something right now? It was sick of us. It was like, you know what? This drunk 16-year-old girl impression, done with it. Hey guys, this is the Cold Hands, Warm Heart. We'll be back next week. Bye.
Bye.